pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence to remember those who served our country in the past and for those who continue to protect our country today. Please note the emergency exits are the door you came in, the door behind us, and the door at the end of the hallway. Okay. I'm going to run over the agenda items. Number 1 is awarding the bid for the rec swim pond weir. This has been ongoing for a number of years. DEC's mandated it, and the town engineer has really worked incredibly hard to find an acceptable design for DEC, and this will take place in the fall. The senior trip is going to be rescheduled for a dinner theater. Number 3 is our budget adjustments. Number 4 is entertainment for the band concerts. The first one went extremely well. It was very nice, well attended. Number 5 is the to approve entertainment for the senior barbecue. Number 6 is authorizing the 284 agreement. Number 7 is the 284 agreement. And that was 2 of them. Okay, number 8 is doing the meeting dates for the months of July and August. We've had some scheduling vacation conflicts, so we'll be changing the dates. Number 9 is the tax receiver collectors training seminar. Number 10 is approving the electrician for the emergency town hall generator. Number 11 is to acknowledge the appointment of the deputy clerk. We welcome Samantha to town hall. Number 12 is the bids for highway materials. And number 13 is the payment of claims. Okay, public comment on agenda items. Bill?
I put you down for both just in case you wanted to.
Okay, okay. Okay, then let's get started with the agenda items.
Great. Resolution 1. Whereas the town of Beekman has created competitive bid specifications for the rec swim pond weir and has publicly advertised for a solicitation of bids for the project, and whereas said bids were received, opened, and read publicly on May 21st, 2024 at 3 p.m. and have been reviewed by the town engineer, and whereas 3 bids were received and were deemed responsive and complete by the town as follows: Kingston Equipment Rental, a base bid of $201,400, and again, Kingston Equipment Rental alternate add $187 per ton. Sunco Inc., base bid of $500,000, and alternate bid of $387,256, and Van Etten Contracting, base bid of $255,900. Whereas after reviewing the bids, the bid forms, and contacting 2 references with positive feedback, it is the recommendation of the town engineer that the bid be awarded to Kingston Equipment Rental, Inc. at a cost of $201,400. Now, therefore, it be it resolved that the town board hereby awards the contract for the rec swim pond weir to Kingston Equipment Rental, Inc. for an amount not to exceed $210,400, and be it further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town attorney to prepare a contract with Kingston Equipment Rental, Inc. at his earliest, and hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute the contract documents once prepared, and be it further resolved that payments shall be made from the capital funding account established for the project by the town financial advisor.
I will second that.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilman Limak?
Aye.
Councilwoman Norman?
Aye.
And Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Resolution number 2. Whereas the senior bus trip canceled for June 13, 2024 did not fill and had to be canceled. And whereas a replacement trip to Hunterdon Hills Playhouse on November 7 has been scheduled to replace the canceled trip for the Senior Citizens Program. And whereas deposits are required for tours, shows, and meals to guarantee the reservations, which deposits are reimbursed to the town through ticket sales, now therefore be resolved that the payment for the charter of a bus for the following trip and/or entertainment is hereby authorized.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Councilman Capelleri.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilman Limek.
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the Town of Beekman Accounting Office recommends certain budget revisions based on department requests and/or accounting office review and analysis of expenditures or revenues, now therefore be it resolved that the following itemized revisions are approved by the Town of Beekman Town Board for 2024, identified as budget revision number 2024-05, as follows. That's okay, thank you. Town board discussion? Hearing none?
I did.
Sharon? None, roll call vote.
Councilman Capelleri.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilman Limek.
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the 2024 Recreation Department budget includes funding for entertainment for events for this summer's months, now therefore be it resolved that the following expenditures be approved for live music performances at Town Center Park as follows. The Crew on 8/9/24 for $500, and Discipline of Rock for on 8/23/24 for $500.
I'll second that.
Okay. Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelleri.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilman Limek.
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the Senior Center has a July barbecue scheduled for Thursday, July 25th, from the hours of 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Recreation Park, and whereas the cost of the meal will be covered by the following fees: $10 per person for Town of Beekman senior residents, $12 per person for non-residents and non-seniors. Now therefore be it resolved that the following expenditures for the entertainment be authorized. Sound familiar for an amount not to exceed $350.
Second?
I'll second.
that.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelleri.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilman Limek.
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Resolution 6. Whereas New York Highway Law 284 requires the town board and the superintendent of town highway to reach an agreement how highway funds collected from taxes and state aid are expended during the fiscal year. And whereas the town board has appropriated funds in the 2024 adopted budget for the repair and improvement of town highways, and such appropriated funds and the method for spending those funds are set forth in the attached agreement for the expenditure of highway monies for 2024. Now therefore be it resolved that the town highway superintendent and the town board agree that the monies levied and collected in the town for repair and improvement of highways and received from New York State for state aid for the repair and improvement of highways shall be expended in accordance with the annexed agreement for the expenditure of highway monies for 2024 as required by Highway Law 284. And be it further resolved that the supervisor and the town board are hereby authorized and directed to execute the attached agreements for the expenditures of highway monies for 2024 in duplicate and file both copies of the agreement with the town clerk. And the town clerk is directed to forward one executed agreement to the Dutchess County Commissioner of Public Works in his capacity as County Superintendent of Highways after it is signed by the town board and Superintendent of Town Highways. And be it further resolved that the agreement for the expenditure of highway monies for 2024 may be amended to specify the town highways that will be permanently improved in 2024 using the $300,000 appropriated for that purpose at a later date.
I'll second that.
Okay, town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelleri.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilman Limek.
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Resolution number 7.
Say it.
Agreement between the Superintendent of Town Highways of the Town of Beekman, Dutchess County, New York, and the other undersigned members of the Town Board. Pursuant to the provisions of Section 284 of the Highway Law, we agree that monies levied and collected in the town for the repair and improvement of highways and received from the state for state aid for the repair and improvement of highways shall be expended as follows. General repairs, the sum of $440,000 shall be set aside to be expended for primary work and general repairs upon 135.92 lane miles of town highways, including sluices, culverts, and bridges, having a span of less than 5 feet, and boardwalks or renewals thereof. 2, permanent improvements. The following sums totaling $300,000 shall be set aside to be expended for the permanent improvement of town highways as listed below. On the road commencing on Old Route 55 at the intersection of New York State Route 55 and leading up Old Route 55 to a point west of Route 292, the distance of 1.18 miles shall be expended not over the sum of $168,512.76, and the specifications are below this.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelleri?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilman Limak?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
I'm going to pass this down and have everyone sign 2 copies. So two copies, thank you. Okay, whereas the town board of the town of Beekman meets on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays of the month, and whereas the town board has the authority to change the meeting dates and would like to hold only one meeting for the months of July and August 2024, now therefore be it resolved that the town board meeting of the months of July and August will be held at Town Hall, 4 Main Street, Pokeway, New York, on Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024 at 6 p.m., and Tuesday, August 20th, 2024 at 6 p.m.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Councilman Capelleri?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilman Limak?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas New York State Association of Tax Receivers and Collectors 2024 training seminar will be held at the Fort William Henry Hotel, Lake George, New York, from June 9th to the 12th, 2024, and whereas the town receiver of taxes would like to register to attend, and whereas there are monies in the receiver of taxes budgets for travel and expenses, now therefore be resolved that authorization is hereby given for the town receiver of taxes to attend the training session, and that the registration fee of $100 and mileage of 67 cents per mile, if using her own vehicle, be reimbursed or paid directly as audited by the town board.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelleri?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilman Limak?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the town of Beekman solicited bids for the Beekman Town Hall Emergency Generator Project, and whereas said bids were received, open, and read publicly on June 5th, 2023 at 3 p.m., and were reviewed by the town engineer, and all exceeded the anticipated budget and were rejected. And whereas the town, in revisiting this, seeks to use internal alternate methods with limited outside services to execute the project at a more reasonable cost to the town, and whereas the town board has determined that the matter is a Type 2 action under SECRA, Part 617.5C9, and no further environmental review is required. And whereas 2 proposals in response to RFP 2024-0502 for electrician services, which deadline had been extended to May 29, 2024 at 12 p.m. due to no responses to the prior deadline. And whereas after reviewing the proposals and forms, the town engineer recommends John A. Giamo and Son, Inc., with a cost of $19,700,000. And be it further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town attorney to prepare a contract with John A. Giamo and Son at his earliest, and hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute the contract documents once prepared, and be it further resolved that payments shall be made from the capital funding account established for the project by the town financial advisor.
I'll second it.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelleri?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilman Limak?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Resolution 11, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Beekman does hereby acknowledge the following appointments for the year 2024. Samantha Lopez Mejorado as Deputy Town Clerk, Samantha Lopez Mejorado as Deputy Receiver of Taxes, and Samantha Lopez Mejorado as Deputy Registrar of Vital Statistics. And be it further resolved that the appointment is contingent upon completion and submission of the disclosure of interest statement pursuant to Chapter 19-9 of the Town Code and on a background check. And be it further resolved that she file her oath of office with the town clerk of the town of Beekman prior to serving her term.
I'll second. Okay.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilman Limak.
Aye.
Councilman Mormon.
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Resolution number 12, whereas the highway superintendent has requested that the town board authorize the highway department to seek bids for highway materials for the year 2024. Now therefore be it resolved that the town clerk is thereby authorized to seek bids for the highway materials, and be it further resolved that prior to publication, bid documents be reviewed by the town attorney, and be further resolved that the request for bids shall be in accordance with the town of Beekman procurement policy.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Councilman Capelari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilman Limak.
Aye.
Councilman Mormon.
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the bookkeeper has audited and approved claims pursuant to Section 119 of Town Law as set forth in the attached abstracts, be it resolved that the payment therefore is hereby authorized as follows. Claims to be paid from the A General Fund, $72,025.30. Claims to be paid from the DA Highway Fund, $12,649.92. Claims to be paid from the SS Dover Ridge Sewer, $15,017.50. Claims to be paid from the T Trust Fund, $1,823.80. Claims to be paid from the H Capital Fund, $216 for a total of $101,732.52. 5/23/2024 payroll number 11, General Fund, $36,156.02. Highway Fund, $22,245.64, for a total of $58,401.66.
I'll second.
Town board discussion?
You're seconding them all.
Hearing none, roll call vote.
Councilman Capelari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilman Limak.
Aye.
Councilman Mormon.
Aye.
Supervisor Cavucci.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Other town board business?
Yeah, Saturday, June 21st, Veterans and Military Families Resource Fair. Dutchess County Veteran Services will be among the local veteran services providers at Congressman Pat Ryan's Veterans and Military Families Resource Fair. Again, that's Saturday, June 21st at Dutchess Community College, Falcon Hall in Poughkeepsie from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Sharon?
The Office of the Aging has announced their picnic season schedule. Each individual resident of Dutchess County over the age of 60 is eligible to reserve a seat while space is available for one free lunch at a picnic corresponding with their home community. Reservations are required and must be made by calling the OFA during business hours, weekdays 9 to 5 at 845-486-2555. They will not take reservations via voicemail or email, and proof of residency with the reservations are both required for each picnic. And the picnic for the town of Beekman and LaGrange will be held Wednesday, August 28th at Freedom Park, 212 Skidmore Road, LaGrange. And I think they're from, 12 to, I didn't see where the time was.
Sometimes they start at 11. Well, we've got time, we'll give you the
Yeah, I
times.
don't, it doesn't say
Usually
on
it's
here
something like 11 to 2.
It
Yeah.
just gives the date.
The date.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, we'll get back to, and we'll post it. This year, we've done an additional day for cleanup, and it'll be June 1st from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a part of our townwide efforts to keep Beekman beautiful and tidy, and there is a max of 2 trips per household. With that, anybody down that section?
I have just a couple of things really quick. So the last day to pay taxes is Friday, May 31st. I'll have extended hours on Friday afternoon. I'm going to try something different and do like 3:30 to 5:30. Also, I just wanted to thank a couple of people for their help with the ceremony on Monday for Memorial Day. The fire department, of course, the Friends of Beekman Library, Jen and Arlene, they were a huge help. Merson helped. The Sunflower Hill Farm for their donation of flowers, and just many others that I'm probably forgetting, so I apologize, but thank you for that. And also, I just wanted to thank the board for passing the resolution for me to go to the tax receivers class and convention. I'm excited about that, and I'm looking forward to that.
And a thank you to you for organizing the event. It turned out well.
Thank you.
Julian, do you want to come up? And while you're walking up, I'm just going to remind everyone, where is my... Oh, our next regular town board meeting is Tuesday, June 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Julian.
I want to thank our town clerk for all the work she did. And after 2 strokes, 1 heart attack, decided to call it off. That was a hard decision. The weather was so bad. And next thing, the fire company, those guys, when you ask them something, they're right there. You don't need a fire. And they put a fly on a silo, which will start a parade. And they had one here. And like I say, we had a couple of hot dog. And again, the fire company, for the money we pay them, free, they do, like I say, you don't need a fire. You call them and that's just like that. So thank you very much. And the town clerk, all the town board in here too, for the ceremony we had in here, it was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Julian.
you, Julian.
Thank you.
Bill?
Been working out at the gym.
Thanks for, Bill Crane, 254 Gardner Hollow Road. Thanks for adding the cleanup day. That's very helpful. The comprehensive plan, which is created back in, revised in 2006, recommends that it says very clearly, development on steep slopes should be prohibited. You have a steep slopes ordinance, and that's great, but there's ways of still building on steep slopes if they meet this and that criteria, and the discussions go on, and and you can build retaining walls and so on, and the possibilities of soil erosion and mudslides are getting stronger with increasing rain. There, the discussions, and I don't know if I would recommend really go with a strict policy that we shouldn't be building on steep slopes. In Pleasant Ridge, there's a discussion of the water comes down. Sometimes it's not coming. When it rains, it comes. That could come right. That could really be an accident, a disaster if mudslide occurred there. And the builders could say, okay, we're going to build a wall here, but who knows? The power of the water is getting stronger and stronger with rain, and the weather is getting less predictable. And also in Baker, there's a ditch that goes down. So I think the town is revising the comprehensive plan, is it?
We're getting a group together, but the group hasn't met yet.
Yeah.
But it's only with the town center. We're starting with the town center.
Town center?
First, yeah.
What should I write you a letter or write
Yeah,
that?
you send me a letter
Okay.
about that.
Thanks.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Okay, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
6:28.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Safe travels home.